Obviously no crowd allowed. Jay got aim on. So it is the handball. Look, gets clear.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, the AFL. Tens of thousands of people rely on it for their livelihoods.
And he delivers. This time Motlop, Crumb, trademark.
We are really in something very strange, very, very scary.
So the ball's in play. Was it a high collision?
It's about the most unusual start to a footy season imaginable. After just one round, play was cancelled, and Port Adelaide's Tom Rockcliffe and his teammates returned home to 2 weeks of enforced quarantine. Tom and teenage midfielder Xavier Dersma have been documenting the experience for 7:30.
Jack, he's 2.5 and he kept us pretty entertained through those long days.
Oh, you cheeky.
Yeah, you start banging your head against the wall almost.
Xavier hunkered down with his parents and siblings.
So I spent about 6 or 7 weeks back home in Victoria.
Green. Yeah, green.
It gets pretty competitive at our house.
Sorry, mate.
It was a little bit of a shock in terms of the whole competition was being shut down.
Since late March, ovals have been silent, grandstands empty, clubhouses shuttered. About 80% of the league staff were stood down.
Clubs were doing financial models without having a season, and that was going to take 10 years to recover, and some clubs might not have survived.
Good afternoon. The AFL is about to announce details of its season return.
The AFL season will restart on Thursday, June 11th.
It's official. Footy's back. We bring you all the details.
When I found out the games were coming back on, it was pretty exciting. I had to try and pack my bags as quick as possible and get back to Adelaide.
Footy might be back, but it's completely different. Players are limiting how often they train together. They're being COVID tested each week. And then there's the hub. Teams from WA and South Australia will live in lockdown at 2 luxury resorts on the Gold Coast as part of the league's quarantine strategy.
Initially I ran away and hid from Shana. She wasn't too happy about the idea of being away for 20 weeks.
It was like far out. 20 weeks with them going into a hub. No way. Absolutely. Honey, you're retiring early.
The AFL received the message loud and clear, and the interstate teams will now head into the hubs for just 2 to 3 weeks. But that may not be all, because the AFL hasn't yet announced the fixture for the rest of the season, and another stint in the hubs isn't out of the question. Tom's not sure yet if Shana, a nurse, and Jack can join him in the hub.
How are you at the minute, Dad?
Yeah, excellent. Just still.
Xavier is used to living away from his family.
So I think, personally, I feel like I'm a little bit nervous, but also excited that that footy is back.
That sounds like she wins as well.
In terms of nervous, I think just doing something new, as in the hubs is kind of a new setup. It's a new environment.
Xavier and his teammates will play a hometown showdown against the Crows this weekend, then fly out next Friday.
We'll probably come to the club, grab on the bus, go to the airport, basically, get some direction through the airport with no contact with anyone in the public. It'll be just the group. We'll go and get on our plane directly, chartered flight. There'll be only us on the plane.
Even coach Ken Hinkley is apprehensive.
I'm not typically the best person when it comes to being out of my comfort zone and I don't have many things that worry me, but living at home and being at home at night is really important to me. I think that keeps me in a really balanced place.
Just get the bags ready. Jack, do you want to come?
But Port Adelaide's focusing on the positives.
You don't want to come?
I'm actually really looking forward to a bit of a change. Also, we're pretty lucky getting to go to Gold Coast as well, so it's not a bad place to spend winter. As players, we just want to get out there and play as long as it's safe.
So the joy is not just for the players returning and the networks who are going to make the millions and the AFL who need the millions. They've got a different joy. They've got a business joy. But for the majority of us, football's the joy. And what we're going to see over the next period of time when the communities open up, we are going to see joy return via the sharing. I think that's probably the most important thing of it all.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.